What's up? This is Wrestling with Things. David Joseph joined by Sammy Joseph. And no matter where you are watching, no matter what device you are watching from, do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things and like our Facebook page at Wrestling with Things. And we are going to get into Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff taking over Raw and SmackDown. As you know, Sammy, SmackDown Live is going to be moving to Fox's network in the fall. And apparently Vince McMahon said, I got to delegate some responsibilities to some former nemesises. So Paul Heyman will be taking over Raw and Eric Bischoff will be taking over SmackDown Live. They started to slowly take over beginning this week's Monday, actually. The Monday after Extreme Rules you'll be watching mostly. But Sammy, I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff taking over at Raw and SmackDown, respectively?
I told y'all. Didn't I tell you guys? I told you guys not to play with Vince. This is what happens when people try to play with Vince. Whatever's going on in that AEW market, whatever we want to call it, that everybody was chirping, saying, listen, they're going to come for you, Vince. They're going to make you uncomfortable. They're going to make you sweat. Vince snapped his fingers and got two of the guys that actually did make him sweat. And now he's reversing it on them.
I like that.
It's true. You know what I mean? Like, it's just true. Nobody did it like Eric, and nobody got his attention like Heyman. And then when he took their format and made the Attitude Era, it was the greatest format we probably seen in wrestling history. So now he's going to try to do it with this new nucleus of Seth, Dean, Braun.
Oh, Dean's John Moxley now.
Yeah, John Moxley. You know, he's trying to emulate it into guys like Elias, and he's letting Shane run around and do what he used to do. It's working.
Yeah, I really think, you know, and I'm so ecstatic that this is happening because I know so many old wrestling fans and those hidden undercover wrestling fans that their excuse is, oh, Stone Cold ain't there, oh, The Rock ain't there, or their second most popular excuse, oh, they went softer, oh, they're PG, oh, they're not edgy enough. Well, guess the hell what? What's old becomes new again. Shit happens in cycles. Just like 20 years ago, they had to adapt to the times and get edgier for the times. Well, people are starting to fall in love with edgy things all over again, whether it's Netflix, HBO, Showtime, Hulu. People like to peel behind the curtain and see things that they feel like they're not supposed to see and hear things they're not supposed to hear. We already see them talking about sex more with Jake Maverick and his honeymoon. We seen Baron Corbin do his finisher on Becky Lynch. They're back to men hitting women for shock value, and if they have to, they're flirting with the edginess. We already see Paul Heyman's fingerprints all over the show. Eric Bischoff is starting to be weaved in slowly, and I just think the product really is in a great place. And there's a big indie following on the internet that is anti-WWE, yet they continue to watch every single week. They swear WWE sucks so bad and AEW already passed them. Those people were nuts because WWE's the major league of pro wrestling for a reason. They're the NBA of wrestling. They're the NFL of wrestling. They're like that for a reason. Now, I do think there could be a quality promotion, but to just jumpstart them over WWE, I don't get how some people type with a straight face, man.
And it's the thing I always say. You can't be a wrestling legend without coming and working here. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's literally impossible.
Only with the few exceptions that become legends without it.
It is impossible.
No.
Like, it has never been
Sting
done.
wasn't a legend before he came to WWE. Let's be honest.
He was a legend.
There's a few exceptions. That's all I'm saying.
He was a legend, but Sting has a household name. The newer generation that's younger than us wouldn't get to know him if he wasn't in the WWE Hall of Fame.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you hit the nail right on.
So if you can't be a wrestling legend without coming and working here, and that's what everybody in AEW is gonna realize in the short term future. I guarantee it, because the direction these guys are moving, Oh, it's scary.
What's so scary about it? I think they could
come on.
They could exist
Vince
on their
and
own
Heyman,
island.
Vince and Heyman, the brains put together.
Yeah, that's scary. That is scary.
With Eric
We're already
Bischoff,
seeing the small results week by week too. Like,
and he still has Hunter in the. That's a dream team of writers right there.
I just hope nothing crazy happens, like egos getting in the way, because those guys do have big egos.
Will.
But I don't think.
Eventually.
I'd like to think they're all in a good place and they're all embracing their roles, though. Everybody seems to embrace it. I just hope this could just be something that lasts for the long haul.
Egos will get in the way, but I don't think it will get in the way in a catastrophic type of way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Heyman's in like a more peaceful place now. He doesn't have to worry about anything. So is Bischoff.
Yeah.
And Vince,
this is just gravy for them right now.
And Vince has so many other different businesses going on. He's probably more focused on those things anyway.
So
I don't think anything big and any big drama or catastrophic thing will happen. But I think Eagles will eventually get in the race down the road.
Well, I would to make a side note on what you said, you can't be a legend in WWE. Like I said, there's a few exceptions. I think AJ Styles was a legend. Now, I'd give him that.
A legend?
He was a legend before he came to WWE. There's a reason why I knew him. He was known. He made me actually give TNA a chance. Like, no joke. Him mostly, and then Samoa Joe, and then when Kurt came along. But AJ Styles was a big star, but without WWE, I think.
No, yeah, he
qualified.
No, but there's a difference between.
But WWE took him.
That's what I mean.
They really did.
There's a difference between having buzz and actually being a wrestling legend. We can look to him now and say this man is a wrestler.
He's already a surefire Hall of Famer.
That's what I mean. Like we can look at him now and say everybody's gonna know this guy.
Yeah.
Because when he came here and succeeded, now we can compare him to guys who have been succeeding in this business before. Yeah. Now we can put his name in with guys like Daniel Bryan.
And he had an electric rivalry with John Cena.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, now we can do that with him.
Yeah, he was actually one of the first people to, like, one of the few people in history to straight up beat Cena clean, and everybody bought into it. The matches were great, and people bought into him. WWE definitely took him way over the top.
You see what I'm saying? Like, now maybe down the road we can compare him with guys like Bret the Hitman Hart and
for sure,
and all those technicians that were crazy in this company.
Let us know what you think about Bischoff and Heyman taking over Raw and SmackDown Live. Do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things.